right together with you. Right together with you. Our cheeks are nice and rosy and comfy and cozy are we. We're snuggled up together like two birds of a feather would be. Let's take the road before us and sing a chorus or two. Come on, it's lovely weather for us and right together with you. Come on, it's lovely weather for us and right together with you. Our cheeks are nice and rosy and comfy and cozy are we. We're snuggled up together like two birds of a feather would be. Let's take the road before us and sing a chorus or two. Come on, it's lovely weather for us and right together with you.
Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. This is the night of our dear Savior's birth.
Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth.
The thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees,
stream from heaven afar. Heavenly hosts sing Alleluia. Christ the Savior is born. Christ the Savior is born. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Mary, did you know that your baby boy would one day walk on water? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would save our sons and daughters? Did you know that your baby boy has come to make you new? This child that you delivered would soon deliver you. Mary, did you know that your baby boy would give sight to a blind man? Oh, Mary, did you know that your baby boy would calm a storm with his hands? Did you know that your baby boy has walked where angels trod? When you kiss your little Did you know that your baby boy is Lord of all creation? Oh, Mary, did you know that your baby boy will one day rule the nations? Did you know that your baby boy is heaven's perfect lamb? This sleeping child you're holding is a great I am. He's a great I am. The blind will see, the deaf will hear, and the dead will live again. He's a great I am. He's moving, he's healing. Oh, he shall be called Wonderful and Counselor. He's a great I am. There's healing in his hands, lightning in his eyes. Truly this man is. He's a great I am. Oh, the great I am. Great I am.
Happy holiday, happy holiday, while the merry bells keep ringing. Happy holiday to you.
I'm Brian Priest, and you're watching Under the Lights Racing.
Good evening and welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to the Under the Lights Racing League Xfinity Series. I am on live tonight with obviously myself, and to my right side tonight, I've got the best man out there, Mr. LRS, Mr. Luke. How you doing tonight?
Doing pretty good, Alex. How are you doing on this bold winter evening?
Oh man, it's nice and chilly on the racetrack, but it is nice and warm and toasty in this booth tonight for a warm, welcoming racetrack known as Chicagoland Speedway. What kind of a history do you see here tonight as we enter into this fine evening?
Yeah, there's a lot of history. The Chicagoland, you can almost call it a super speedway, but I'm going to call it just a speedway. So much has happened at this racetrack. Even last night, we had one of the best finishes of the season, 4 wide coming to the white flag. Last lap pass for Clater to get up there and get his second win of the year. Um, you guys mentioned before in the previous races week, I got my first ever UTLR win here. And I feel like most people in the league deem and think of this track as a crown jewel. This is the UTLR crown jewel track, especially because they don't race here anymore in real life. So it's so unique. It's different. It's so fun. And, it's kind of draft reliant, but you also can make moves on the top, the middle, the bottom. You just gotta be ready for it.
Yeah, and it's very, very unique of a racetrack, like you said. Um, Tonight we're running the 3 times wear and a high draft package. We've ran high draft all week long, and it's put on great shows with this tough and unique track. The two biggest key factors, and I find it funny because in Truck Series night, I brought this up, and INF had said that you were just bringing it up at the exact same time I did, and that is about pit road entry. We saw the issues in the Truck Series. We saw the issues involved in the Cup Series last night. I'm willing to bet we're going to see it again here tonight in Xfinity. Somebody is going to miss that pit road. Why do you think that is?
Yeah, I personally think the pit road is extremely hard, and the only reason that I see it that way is because when you're coming hot off of turn four, number one, you have to worry about getting out of the way, and that involves pitching your car onto the apron, which is never easy, especially when it's that steep of an incline. But it's also the fact that when you're coming down the pit road, there's about three separate aprons on three different just levels that you have to go down, and it just makes the car so uncomfortable. You can't slow it down. It's just sliding. A lot of people sped last night. Like a couple of people missed pit road, which took them out of win contention. So it's very hard because of the incline coming off the track.
Yeah, and also the fact that the pit road entry commitment line is in kind of in the center of the exit of the turn uh, as well. So that's a big challenge on top of all the other challenges that you just mentioned. So I think the number one issue is going to be pit road tonight. I know other people are talking about the main issue is the exit of the corners. Well, turn four, nothing really new there. It's the exit of turn two that the exit of the corner pretty much tunnels in and funnels into the backstretch. And Luke, why is that backstretch so much different, and why is that exit so much different than any other exit off of turn two?
Yeah, it's honestly kind of similar to what we see at Darlington. It's kind of interesting in the fact where you come off the corner, there's a weird dip that kind of offsets the car. And especially when you're trying to get on the throttle coming into the crest of the corner, it's again another apron type of deal where if you barely touch it the wrong way, you're going to car. So it's just like you said, Alex, it's so tricky. We're obviously going to see a lot of mistakes on that tonight. I'm almost positive.
And we saw a lot of people hitting the outside wall because you gun up in the center of the corner, you try to get on the gas to get that great launch off. Well, then you overdrive it and you end up in the outside wall because it snakes in into the outside wall with the car. Um, and then it just is on from there. We saw a multi-car collision last night, the Cup Series. We didn't really see much in the Xfinity Series or Truck Series. I think one time, but 20 car field tonight, Luke, is going to be one incredible show. Going through the lineup here, we'll name it off and we'll see our picks for tonight. On the pole, again, this guy is known for being fast in qualifying, but unfortunately, he just does not have much speed when it comes to the race. He has decent short run speed, but then the long run, his car tends to wave off and not do as hot. And that is Mike Shackelford, dang it, Garage God in the 18 car. To his outside is the number 10 of Weast. In third place is Mr. Dusty Stud. Starting fourth is Sam Schaefer. That is Dude Schiff in the fourth position. Starting fifth is Edgington, who is running for the points lead tonight and what could be the championship. And we'll kind of get into that here in the next couple minutes. Starting in sixth is Flash. Starting seventh is One Bad. In the eighth position is Drake. In ninth is Knockdown. And running out the top 10 is R. Denny. Starting 11th is the 99. Subbing for TCOM is Mr. Hunter Dowling HD. In the 12th position is Mr. Ham Wallet in the 44. Starting 13th is Bardo Boy in the 16. Starting 14th, he just transferred over from or to the JD Motorsports camp, and that is Toby Welsh in the number 6 car for the remainder of the season. Starting 15th, subbing for Yeti will be Bad News Ducky in the 11 car. Starting 16th is Low Broker Outlaw. Starting 17th is Mr. Clater, subbing for the series admin himself, SP, who could not be here. He is currently on a flight to Italy right now. We wish him the best. Starting 18th in the number 21 car, subbing for Jack Boy tonight is Mark Brewer. That is Blackhammer. Starting 19th in the number 19 car is Old Peyton. And rounding out the 20 car field is Meso in the 0 car. Luke, who is your dark horse in this one tonight?
Yeah, Alex, there's a lot of good drivers you mentioned tonight, especially up towards the front of the field. We literally have four rookies in the top five, so there's a lot of options to pick from. I do think a dark horse pick tonight to look at. He was really fast last night until his speeding penalty. And you might think I'm going to say Flash. I'm not going to say Flash. I'm going to say One Bad. I think he's going to be one to watch tonight.
Yeah, One Bet has definitely come out of the gates here and has definitely shown a lot of speed. And, I like the pick of Flash, but honestly, I think that Ducky is going to come out here and do some damage. He was in the hospital earlier this week, and yeah, he's a rookie, but he's not. He's definitely shown his speed. He's definitely been a veteran of this league. But even though he's subbing, I think he's going to be doing great things. But I think another big dark horse and the one to watch tonight could be even Drake in the number 74 car. He's had a lot of speed recently.
Yeah, good pick there. I actually like the pick of Drake. Like you said, the speed that he's shown recently across all three series really is impressive.
Yeah, so I think he's going to be a solid pick. Now, talking about the championship, because why are we talking championship? We're on race 12. Well, guys, this could be it. We've talked about it. We've preached it all week long. You heard about it in the truck race. Ducky probably mentioned it in the cup race preview, pre-race show. But Luke, this could be it for us. This could be the very last UTLR league race, not just series race, because now we have reached our limit to this point. Last league race on Heat 5 as we know it. We're hoping for the best that we get to return in 2025, but we go into the Christmas break and the New Year's break, and then it's left up to the hands of the creators of this game to see if we return in 2025. And if not, we get to claim champions, but I know nobody wants to go out that way.
Yeah, Alex, and if this is the end, what a place to do it. Like we mentioned before, this is, like I said, a UTLR Crown Jewel track. This is a famous track in this league, and I think this is probably one of the best options we would have if we were to have to end it like we think we are.
Yeah, and what's crazy is we had no indication really of when we created the schedule that we could be going away. I mean, we had heard rumors of the end of 2024, um, but when we put Chicagoland in, we didn't really think it through much about, hey, let's do it Chicagoland just in case. No, there wasn't really much talk about that. It was just, it was fitting to end 2024. It wasn't really, oh, last race on Heat 5. Like, it was just, let's end
Yeah.
2024 with a great track like Chicagoland and start up with our All Star race in the first week of 2025. And that was it. There wasn't any kind of thoughts behind it about this game ending. And now here we are faced with that possibility.
Yeah, Alex, and I don't want to contradict your point, but I think originally it actually was Talladega as the final race as the
Yes.
what would be right now, and we had the server issues and we had to push everything back, and it actually worked out really well with this track obviously not being planned to be at this time period. I think it was supposed to be Talladega, but it works out really well now with Chicagoland.
Yeah, no, you're right. I'm glad you brought that up. And being possibly the last race, we've all been talking about the championships. Who could be the champions at this point? It's been tight all week long, but tonight comes down to two drivers that are technically not first or second in this point standings right now. Those guys that are leading the points are drivers who have stepped away, and it's now part-time drivers in those cars, and the full-time drivers have gone elsewhere at this point. The battle is between Ducky and Edgington in a very weird predicament here. We have Ducky who is racing, but because he did not qualify his actual car or taking D and Q for Luke's team, actually, is actually subbing for my team, so he's not going to get any points towards his car. So he is left standing still. Meanwhile, Edgington, who is racing, is very well within reach. All he has to do is win at least one stage, and he could be a big factor in this championship, winning it by almost 1 point. It could come down to that close.
Yeah, Alex, and I'm actually even hearing rumors right now that Ducky might not even get in a car to race tonight. So if that's the case, it's the same thing that you just said. He's not going to earn those points either way for my team. So Edgington is 59 points behind technically. You can make up 60 points if you have a perfect night. If he has a perfect night, he could win this championship by 1 point.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very close by the end of this one. And Luke, last night we saw what a way to go out with the series is that we saw a 4 wide salute to start the race, and then we went into the race. We had a phenomenal, great race with only 2 cautions, probably our best race of the season so far. And now at the very end of it, 1 lap to go, 4 wide for the lead, coming to the white flag. What a way and what a race that we had.
Yeah, for sure. That was actually really fun to obviously not planned at all. Um, I was not in a group chat with anybody on my team. We were all in separate parties. We kind of, unfortunately veered away from working together recently. I mean, it's still working out for us, obviously, but me and Clater were third and fourth. We were on older tires, so we were just trying to stick with them. And Dusty sent it up the inside of Duchef, and they kind of washed up the track. I backed up to try and get the run, and Clater took it before me, and then I had to shoot the gap, and that's how we went 4 wide, all 4 of us.
Yeah, and believe it or not, Clater comes out victorious last night. So what a way for him to get it done. He said that he kind of sent it in there and just hoping for the best, and it stuck. And off turn 2, he pulled off and was the leader. And there was just at that point no room to catch him. Luke, tonight with this lap, we talked about the dark horse, but who do you think will dominate? Or will we see a
Yeah.
dominant driver?
That's what I was going to say. I don't know if we're going to see a dominator. I don't think we're going to see a dominator. If somebody were to dominate, it would be Dusty or it would be Dude Chef. I just don't think we're going to see that. There's going to be so much different strategy with the 3 times wear, the high draft package. It's just going to be a lot of chaos, I think, and a lot of different leaders.
Yes, I think we're in for a treat tonight. Looking on our POV driver, Dusty, they're working on getting the lobby up right now. But it's been a fun show. Talking about if we do get to come back, though, what a way we get to restart the season at the famous track that is Bristol Dirt for the All-Star race of this season.
Yeah, and Alex, we've only ever raced on Bristol Dirt once because we've had 1 season with this new car, and we might not even be able to finish a new one, which is so unfortunate. But I know Kenny is probably shitting a brick. He's really excited. I think everyone is. I mean, a lot of people are not too happy about going to dirt, but I mean, it's different. It's going to be hard, but it's fun as well. And change is a big thing in this league, and um, I welcome it with open hands. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
It is. We're doing a completely new format with it. We finally decided to go the correct way for all the dirt fans of doing the open races and then the last chance qualifier, all the heat races, and making yourself into the A main and opening it up to all league drivers, no matter what. There is no limit. You race your way in through the heat races, you get into the last chance qualifier, and you make yourself into the A main, and it's simple as that. And the A main is going to be a wild one to watch. It's going to be very entertaining, to say the least. Of course, again, hoping that we do get to that point. It's going to be what a way to end out 2024 and begin 2025 if that is the case. Now, Luke, with this season coming to an end, as far as the physical year goes, at this point, what do you think is the best highlight that we've seen in the entire league up to this point?
Yeah, there's actually been a lot of different moments this season that could possibly be looked at as highlight moments. Now, I don't really want to be picky, and I don't want to be biased, but I do feel like that Daytona 500 this season, which I did end up winning. That's not why I'm picking it though. Um, it was so important, especially for this league. It was our first time with a field that big. We have so many, people here, a lot of different diversities going on. And I do think that the race at the end there was what was so important. There were 6 of us. We swapped the lead about 5 times in the final 3 laps. Everyone was trying to do everything, and then it was a side-by-side finish for the win. Actually, a 3-wide finish for the win. Obviously not that close, but I feel like that was one of the most important races and moments of the season. What about you? What do you think?
Ooh. You know, let's see here. Honestly, I think, let's see. That's a tough one. There's been a lot of moments this season overall. It's going to have to come from the Cup Series, and I'm going to have to go with the famous Homestead Miami Speedway, where we had a great battle right there at the end, and kind of involving myself, where I had a shot at going for my first win of the season against Mole, being up there almost all night long. So definitely a great race overall, and I think one of our cleaner races as well.
I won that race too.
Yes. So we get ready here. We're going to go trackside for the most famous word. Or actually, no. You know what? We're going to skip that because they are already loaded, and we took away the Grand Marshal tonight. So time to get into
Grand
the race
Marshal
here.
passed out.
Yeah, he passed out due to heat exhaustion. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Into the race. Ready to go.
This could be it, Alex. I'm gonna let you do the start
Oh, I was
because
gonna-
this could be it.
I was gonna let you. All right.
I'm gonna let you do the start because this could be it. This could be the final time you ever see them come to green on this game.
All right. Well, you see them 17 drivers on the racetrack, one final time around Chicagoland Speedway, one possibly final time on Heat 5 as we know it. They are 2 by 2, stacked and ready to go, hitting the Geico restart zone, coming to the start and finish line for what is the last and most important green flag as we are in the air at one final time here at the Windy City of Chicagoland.
Michael Shackelford, or Garage God on the bottom, got a great start. You see he's already clear of Dusty, who got a good initial jump, but is now struggling in the second phase.
Yeah, all ready to try to get going here. Dushep on the bottom. Dusty Stud going with a very similar car he had at this race 2 seasons ago when he last raced Xfinity in the series. And they had a great 3-wide battle under the white flag. We'll see if it happens again tonight, but Dusty Stud on the outside charging hard.
Yeah, Alex, if this race is anything like what we saw last night, we're going to be in for a treat. Once they close up to Garage God, there's going to be a couple of lanes that are open, and they're going to make a lot of moves to try and get there.
Yeah, Dusty Stud, or not Stud, Dushep looking strong on the bottom, holding tight, but Dusty obviously holding tight on the outside there, not letting it get away from him, as they're 3 wide back behind him.
Yeah, coming up with Dushep on the inside in the 1 car, that's Flash, who actually had a really good night going last night until he got pushed into the pits into speeding. So he's looking for some redemption and probably racing Mad. And Alex, you know when you race Mad, you're way faster.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I've seen that happen myself as well. So it'll be a very fun night to see how mad these drivers get. One driver I'm watching already coming up through the field started last, and that is Blackhammer subbing in the 21 car. I'm not just being biased. It's just very weird seeing a different driver in that 21 car that is not Jack Fleming.
Oh, for sure. And everyone else in the field probably thinks it's a little weird too, but somebody hit the wall coming out of turn 4. I don't know who it was. They checked up. Yeah, he lost a lot of time from that.
And Flash moved up to the 3rd position. We are 5 laps into this first stage, which is 22 laps long. We'll see. I think they're going to have at least one pit stop if we stay green this first stage.
On times 3 where they definitely should have a pit stop. And something interesting is starting to happen, Alex. The top 2 have broken away. They've left the rest of the field in the dust. That's Flash back there, dusting as well. They're pulling away.
Yeah, and who would have thought, honestly, this season it's been nothing against them, but Garage God, after being able to utilize the draft and pull away with Dushep. Dushep, though, can be your best friend, and then he can be your arch rival. We'll see how he works out, but looks like he can kind of stay in line and help Garage God try to pull away. Flash trying to reel them in.
Yeah, I saw right there at least. Into the wall was I think it was one bad, and then he came down the track and hit Drake, and that checked everybody up as Clater goes 3 wide in the back of the field, picks up a couple of positions as their jockey and still mid-pack.
You know, like we mentioned before, Clater subbing for SP in that 7 car, and it's going to be a different field with Clater behind the wheel because, again, SP, runner of the series, and Clater is the admin of the series tonight, looking for redemption and trying to impress himself as well as he's trying to make his way through the field here.
And while all that was happening, Alex, there was a pass for the lead. Duchef took it away from Garage God, and it allowed Flash to close in a little bit.
Yeah, Luke, whenever you get that pass made, instantly that draft goes away. Whoever is that third car behind, you immediately start to close in once you get side by side.
Yeah, I'm watching onboard with our onboard driver, Dusty, right now. He is very far behind Flash right there, and he's still picking up the draft. I feel like, obviously, because they're in that 4-car train, they're just really separated. They could make it work. They just got to get bumper to bumper.
Yeah, another guy I'm kind of watching right now, making his way, trying to get a top 5. And he's done well here at Chicagoland before, I believe it in the truck series. Not this season, but in season past, and that's HD in the 99 car, subbing for T-Kong. And we are at 13 laps to go. Luke, they're going to be 3 laps short when it comes to fuel.
Oh, yeah. And I'm looking at it with Dusty, and look at those left side tires, Alex. We could see some strategy here that could alter some things. You could take 2 tires here, maybe just rights, and that could be what Edgington's looking for, because he needs to finish top 2 here in order to possibly win this championship tonight.
Yeah, and honestly, depending on how much tire wears out over the next few laps or so, what could be the difference with taking no tires? With just knowing you're going to come out with maybe about, if you run it out, 3 laps left.
Yeah, it's going to be all dependent on what the percentages and the temperatures are on those right side tires. You can see we're about, 10 laps in now, and that right front on Dusty's at 51. So he's already halfway through the tire cycle, and we're not halfway through the cycle on the stage. So it's going to be really close. I don't know if you can make it on no tires.
Yeah, and one thing is that I've noticed is that if you take that bottom and that apron of the racetrack, yes, it's kind of the somewhat preferred groove here, but it shreds your tires that much more. I believe it takes off about 2 to 3% tire wear just by going onto that apron.
Yeah, Alex, I don't know what happened. There was an incident coming out of turn 4. HD and Ardeni are in the pits. Looked like Go Dogs kind of gotten into them, maybe up into the outside wall. I don't know if they'll throw a caution for that. It doesn't look like it.
Very unfortunate for those drivers trying to pit early, but the good thing is it's only stage 1. Enough time to get their laps back and get back into this game.
Yeah, and I mean, the pit window is open. You can pit whenever you want now. It was open since lap 3. Like you said, you're 3 laps short, so they could pit whenever they want. So I'm surprised we haven't really seen much of the top contenders even try the undercut yet.
Yeah, I think we might see a few people try to split the stage up, knowing that the stage is relatively short.
Yeah, they're doing what you said, Alex. I think they're going to run as long as they can, see what the tires are on, and then make a choice then.
Yeah, because if worst case scenario is that they run it dry, they see what the tire life is like. Go ahead and know that, because come stage 3, you're going to want to know how much can I push those tires? How far can I push these tires before I run out of gas? Will I possibly run out of tires before I run out of fuel? We don't know. It looks like the tires should be fine for a fuel run, but if you overdrive the car, say you hit the wall a couple times, you could very well give that up.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be so close, Alex. His right front's on 35. They're coming to 6 to go. We've ran 14 laps. It's going to be really close.
And like I said, these top 4 times right broken away. They're kind of a little mini pack right now, a little tandem. You got Dude Chef out front, Garage in second, and then a little far back you got Dusty and Flash third and fourth. Then that is, I believe, later out by himself. No, that's Meso. Let's see. No, it's not Meso. Who is that?
I think it's Edgington.
Is that Edge? Looks like it.
Edge is in the pits, and I don't
No,
hear
that's Hammer.
any.
That is Black Hammer in the 21 car. Running in the pit spot by himself. And Luke, towards the end of the cup race last night, he said he was catching, it was actually myself, that he was catching people by himself without the help of anybody else at the track.
Yeah, and I will let you in on a little secret. He messaged our team chat. The leader's pitting, by the way. Both of the leaders are pitting. All three of the top three are pitting.
Wow.
Look at that entrance from Dusty. Wow.
Wow. We'll see if Dusty gets a penalty from that. Looks like it was all clean from our point of view. What a stop if that does hold up.
And Dusty is taking 2 tires and half a can of fuel.
Yeah, we saw that one coming from a mile away, which means he's probably confident that he did not speed and taking the right side.
Yeah, if you sped there, you're probably taking everything.
And he did not. So
Duchev.
he's good.
Duchev just took a splash of fuel. He didn't take any tires. He's already coming out. The 18. Yeah, the 18 took 2. So did everybody else.
18 and the one bad took 2 tires as well.
But Alex, I'm going to finish that sentence I was telling you about Hammer. Last night, he messaged the team chat. He was upset with us. He was upset with the team. He said he feels like we don't work as a team anymore. He said he was really fast. He had our back. He felt like some of us didn't have his. And then he kind of came back to his senses. He said he was just upset, obviously. Like you mentioned, he was fast by himself. He just, it's a product of this track. If you have a run, you have to take it because people behind you are going to do the same thing.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I mean, we saw it all race long. Drivers were fast, and everybody was fast. But the problem is, whenever somebody is slower, at that point, with the way this track races, you have to just move over and let that driver go. Because if not, it's going to ruin both of your runs. Even if you're a tandem on drafting and trying to push each other, go ahead and let that passenger car lead, because you're going to slow both of you down if you're pushing and you're the passenger car.
Exactly, and Alex, Duchev just took 3 laps to go, and Dusty, who pitted from 3rd place, is down to 6th. Now he moves up to 5th, ahead of Hammer. A lot of those people took no tires. We're going to see here if it's going to work out for Duchev. I don't know. It's going to be so close.
Yeah, they're going to be coming around for 2 to go this time. Very solid racing so far by these drivers, and guys took the call that I expected people to try to make. He's out there by him lonesome.
Oh yeah, and if this tire fails, obviously he probably has enough talent. We've seen recently he has enough talent. He'll have enough talent to keep the car out of the wall. Question is, how long will the pit stop be? Because when the tire blows, even if you don't hit the wall, it puts red damage on the car. How far back in the field will he fall if it fails?
Yeah, he's going to have to hope that if it does hold up and if it does blow, then he's going to blow it. He's going to be up next to that outside wall, so that way he retains minimal damage. Looking good so far. This is the last lap of stage number 1.
So we'll see. Here he comes into 3 and 4 for the final time. He's been on a tear recently, Alex. That's Duchev. He's been on an absolute tear. Got his wheel back. Comes out of 4, and the no tire stop is going to work. He's going to win stage 1 at Chicagoland.
What a job, what a performance for that 15 car so far tonight. Which means he knows that strategy can work later on. Garage
And
driver
everybody
comes out
else knows
second
it.
place. Luke, one bad finish is P3 in this first stage with that gutsy call. Meso comes up from about 10th and gets 4th place on that call.
Yeah, Alex, like I said, this is going to be one of those chaotic races where you don't know what the strategy is and you're going to have no idea who the leader is coming to the white flag.
Very good possibility. In the top 10, you have Denny finishing 10th, Edge in 9th. So Edge and 10 don't have to do better in the second stage. Dusty got 5th, Hammer got 6th, Flash in 7th, knocked down 8th, Edge 9th, and Denny 10th as your top 10 stage number 1.
And Alex, while we have this slight downtime, I'm going to read this to you because this is crazy. This just got announced. 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy gifted the entire 49ers offensive line with brand new Toyota Tundra pickup trucks for Christmas. Where did bro even get the money?
Bro. Go back
Anyway,
green.
we're back underway.
And the 16 car
Casey.
forgot the pits.
Yep, that's Bardo Boy, and that shuffles everybody around because nobody was in the proper lane they wanted to be. So it's Dude Chef, Garage God, Meso, and one bad the top four now. I don't know. Bro was on a $900,000 salary. I don't know where he got that from.
Bobby's entire team, like, where's my president having me a fan at that point?
Right.
Like, start just handing out starting fans. Obviously, you got the money.
I don't like Toyotas, but I'll take one. Thank you.
Hey, I'll take a free vehicle if it's brand new. I'll take it.
Exactly.
It could be the ugliest motherfucking car, but, you know, if it works, it works. And it's a nice, brand new 2025 model. I'm gonna take it.
Exactly. Oh, a big checkup. Garage God hit the apron, that pushes Meso up, and Dude Chef is gone.
Yeah, another 2x2 right there. Meso, Hammer, Flash, and Dusty all right there in a pack. Oh, we got one around
somebody
the
hard.
outside.
Yeah, very hard in the wall. They all avoid him.
That was...
Somebody else is up in the wall.
We got 21, a Black Hammer in the wall. He was in that little scuffle right there in the front pack. HD was the one that went around in the 99
Yeah,
car.
there were two cars involved there, but there were not two around. So I'm interested to see how the new rookie admin calls this. No caution, which is the proper call.
No caution, good call by Raiders.
This, Alex, is a little bit different than what we saw in stage one. The pack is still all together.
Yeah, definitely. And I wish I would have saw how focused on who was spinning out by himself, but I hate that I missed what happened to Black Hammer because they were side by side. He was on the outside wheel and wondering if he may have a little bit of contact when he got into the outside wall.
Yeah, was that, or it kind of looked like maybe his controller died and he was just, on the wall riding it. It didn't look like he was making much of an effort to get off of it.
Meso hanging on to P3 here, doing a very well-rounded job here. And Hammer obviously didn't lose that much time because he's back to the pack right here. And pack of 6. One bad was, I think, the biggest loser in this. He is nowhere to be found inside the top 6. After restarting in 3rd.
Yeah, Alex, I'm not going to, say this as a dig to Garage God, but he is not keeping a steady line in 2nd place, which is kind of checking up the drivers behind him. And they're going to get really, really unsure of having him in that position. And the second the door opens, they're probably going to try and shuffle him out.
Yeah, I could definitely see that happening, especially the farther the run goes on, the looser the car gets. They're going to be wanting to get that car ready to go and ready to pounce once the run comes in, the tires come in, and their whole setup evolves.
Yeah, and by the way, my phone's on 1%. I'm watching to keep a lap count, but, I might have to ask you for a lap count. Oh, as you see, they tried to go to the inside of Dude Chef, didn't work, and there goes Meso making that move.
And Meso's going to try, Garage going to go down there and block it, but Hammer is now back in this fight loop, going for P3 right there. He's going to get underneath Meso, and Meso into the outside wall. Hammer takes it over.
Racing mad, right? Racing mad gets you faster.
Does only 11 laps left in this fuel tank for his drivers.
Ooh.
And Hammer is hungry. He is ready to go. He wants to win the last race in the GTRD if this is it. Because
yeah, what a win it would be.
This is different stakes than it was last night. Last night was just the last one in the Cup Series. This one is like the last one in the Xfinity Series, but it's also the last one of the league. So kind of a bigger heavy set if you look at it.
Yeah, and he's going to waste no time. He's going to make the move. There he goes to the inside of Dude Chef. He takes it easy.
Second lead change of the night is the number 21 machine of Black Panther to the lead here at Chicagoland. the lap count right here. They cross the line. They're looking at 10 laps to go. Stage number 2, and they have 10 laps of fuel left.
This is not Dusty's favorite thing to do, but other people could probably do this properly, like the new admin in the field, Clater. He's probably preparing for this exact moment.
Yeah, so Dusty's fuel gauge clicks over off the exit of turn 2 with 9 to go of fuel, and they're coming to 9 to go. So they're still in the good for right now, but not by much.
Well, Alex, we had this similar situation in the truck series, you know, where we were on the fuel limit, we were on the 3 times wear, and we were trying to figure it out. I would click to 0 halfway down the back straightaway, and I could make it all the way around to the finish line without sputtering. So, Dusty does look like he's in a good position, which means everyone else probably is as well. The question is, who's going to be able to keep the balance under their car?
Yeah, because you know that means it's going to be right at the end of the run. And last time they did it, it was like 3 to go, 4 to go for some drivers. So there's still a tiny bit of life left, but they're going to be running this completely dry, which means the tire wear is going to be that much more crucial, that much more worn out by the time they hit the end of the stage.
Yeah, and by the way, a little shout out to INF's team, the JD Motorsports team. They've been running really well recently, especially Duchev. Meso's been getting up there, currently running 2nd and 3rd. This would be a great Christmas gift for INF, just saying.
Yeah, INF, who gained a driver this past week, Toby Welsh, to drive that 6 car. Just kind of a field filler, honestly. Toby got released from his old team and kind of got booted out of it, honestly. And INF said, hey, I'll let you drive my car, the number 6 car. He got a little Christmas present by filling all 4 of his cars once again. And now here he is with his top performers, running, like I said, 2 and 3 right now behind Blackhammer.
Blackhammer driving for your team, Alex, so this could be a present for you as well.
Yeah, kind of a last-minute deal. After last night, there was some talk of the town going on, and yeah, Hammer said he wanted to drive 21 car tonight at last minute when I needed somebody to fill in. So he's getting side by side with Duchev for the race lead. Time to go. It's time.
Yeah, coming at 5 to go. Meso, is he going to work with his teammate? Looked like he was almost going to go 3 wide there. Thought better of it, and now it's going to be INF's team. The JD car is going 1-2.
Hammer fighting hard on the outside. Where does Flash go in all this? Because Flash was hungry for it, and with them going side by side for the race lead, that brought everybody back into a pack.
Yeah, they're all in a pack down. You see Dusty back there, who pretty much dominated the Cup race, struggling in the Xfinity cars, probably a little worried about that fuel gauge just getting to his head.
Yeah, you know, Dustin's just kind of relaxing because he's not racing this series for points and championship, so he's just kind of relaxing, having a good old time. He loves Chicagoland. Just come out here, do well, perform well, and that's all he's worried about behind that wheel.
And you know what I'm a little worried about? The fact that Flash did not let Hammer down. Something we talked about as a team last night. They're not teammates right now, but, you know, they're pseudo teammates, and he didn't let him down, so we'll probably hear about that later on in the race.
Yeah, and Hammer's just that kind of guy. He wants to go work with people. And Flash is... he's one of those that he will work with you, but it's only to a certain extent. Flash is... if he gets hungry, he's going to go after it, and he's not afraid.
Yeah, Flash will work for you when it benefits him. If it's not going to benefit him, then he'll get rid of you. Somebody just lagged out. I don't know. Oh, no, lagging in front of the leader.
That is
Yeah.
Tony Welsh. Right in front of the leader, too, dude.
Yeah, and his teammates are 1-2. He better get out of the way, and he is. He's in the grass.
Both like the infield. Yeah, I thought he
I
lagged
think,
out, too.
yeah, my phone just died, but I think we're at 2 to go coming to the white.
2 to go this time. Coming to 1 lap to go. These tires are one that right front is killing everybody.
How do the JD cars race each other?
Oh man, you know if Meso has an opportunity, he's gonna take it.
Sure will, but when?
Well,
White flag.
Do they get to this lap car right ahead of him is the question. And does Meso use him as a pit?
He could use him as a pick, but he's going to have the run here, and if he wants to make a move on his teammate, he can. Look at that run coming. Is
On the
Duchev
outside.
sputtering?
Duchev, yeah,
Duchev is
Duchev's
sputtering.
out.
How is Duchev sputtering and the rest of them aren't? Meso coming out of turn 4. Does he have enough?
And
Flash
Flash
is
is
sputtering
out.
now. It's going to be Meso winning stage 2 over Dusty.
Oh my, wow.
Very interesting, Alex, and that was, you know, not gonna lie, realistic because Duchev led the line the entire time. He was the leader the whole time, and he burnt that fuel because he wasn't getting the draft.
Exactly, and I think Hammer may have repercussions from that as well. He finished 5th in the stage. Meso winning stage number 2 here. Dusty in 2nd. Flash 3rd. Blackhammer actually is at 4th. He did pass Duchev right at the line. 5th, Duchev. 6th was Drake. 7th, Edge. So, Ducky could very well still be in the race lead at this point for the championship. 8th was One Bad. 9th, Outlaw. And 10th, Ardeni.
Yeah, I think at this point, there's not much Edge can do to win the championship. I think he had to finish 2nd in the first stage, had to win the 2nd stage or vice versa, and win the race. I think it's pretty much over for him.
Yeah, he's going to have to go out there and finish pretty much, or win the race, or finish 2nd. And even, I think finishing 2nd at this point is not going to do him. With a 7th,
Yeah, if he finished
with a 6th and a 7th in both first in the stages, it's not going to be enough.
Yeah, and a 2nd place finish is, what, 35 points plus, like, I don't know,
Maybe
7, 16?
7 points, or 7 in stage 2, 6 in stage 1, so only maybe about 4 points. He's only looking about roughly 40 points, so definitely not enough.
Yeah, he's out of it. Ducky's going to be the champion here if we can't finish the season.
Also looking hard, green flag back to there on that restart, looks good. Dusty moves high.
Oh, Meso hit the apron. Here comes Flash for the lead.
And that loop, that's all it takes. If you hit that line, that hit the apron, this is a unforgiving apron, just like the Conan is about.
Yeah, Alex, and you know Flash is hungry. That guy's been upset. He's been in so many incidents recently, especially in the Cup Series, has not been running well. And now he's leading this race.
Yeah, don't look too far back, but that is Edge right there. We just talked about it in that 90 car. He's running P4 right now with Meso on the outside and he's right behind Blackhammer.
Yeah, this time, Alex, the whole field single file on the bottom. They're all together. Duchev left out Edge.
Yeah, no surprise, honestly, at this point.
Now, Alex, how long is this run?
So we're at 50 to go this time.
And they can hold about 15.
About roughly 15 laps.
Right.
We have not seen one yellow flag tonight.
Oh, that'll change soon. Don't worry. You see Hammer going to the outside of his pseudo teammate. It's teammates by teammates in the first 2 rows.
What a performance by these guys right now. Doing very well and Hammer using the outside, actually working out for him too.
He cleared him.
And nice one, jump to the bottom. Put the block on Flash. Very nicely done.
I don't know how he did that, to be honest.
Alright, this is a multi-groove track, but it takes that draft to get around the outside, and Hammer has just had a very solid car that can handle the outside in that second groove.
Yeah, and Alex, look at how different this is from the rest of the stages and the rest of racing we saw. The whole field is in the draft now.
Yeah, they're staying calm, they're staying patient to an extent, trying to stay with each other.
Yeah, and Flash made a mistake. He's going to fall way, way back, possibly outside the top 10.
Yeah, like you said, with the way that they are stacked up, lined up, it's going to be hard to find an opening. You're going to have to hope that somebody lets you down, and look at this point, nobody's letting anybody down.
No, with what's at stake, no. Sorry, you're not getting let down. Even a teammate would let you down at this moment.
And with just 3 laps left, if you have a nice enough teammate, they may, if they see it limited,
Yeah, well, I don't think anybody saw it benefiting them. He
No.
fell literally all the way to 14th.
Flash falling around to work his way back up to the field. Right now it is Hammer, Dukeship, and Dusty top 3 with Edge right on the outside in that 4th position. Mesa running out top 5. Is that
It's something
Drake
to
in
mention.
6th?
Yeah, that is Drake. But what I was going to mention, Alex, you know, they said no hard feelings, but you always think about it. Last night, Dusty made that move on Dushev, and neither of them won the race. So you know that's in the back of both of their minds.
Yeah, Dukeship obviously didn't really work with many people last night. He was kind of all for himself and wanted to go at it and try to get it done. And yeah, came down the last lap and yeah, Dusty and him got into each other, trying to go for the win. Neither one of them got it, so they're definitely going to be fighting it out here at the end of it, especially with Hammer, who has the speed right now, showing that he has speed. He's going to be a hard fighter and a hard fighter.
Well, Alex, you know how Dushev hit the apron. There goes Dusty to the inside. I was going to say, you know how Hammer operates. He said many times that he doesn't care anymore. Obviously, he cares, but he has said he just doesn't care anymore. You know, he's going to start racing people, quote unquote, how they race him. He's going to start being dirty. He wants to win this race, obviously. I wouldn't count out some crazy tactics for him to do it either.
We're going to start seeing that Logano blocking, that Chastain blocking going on about a 20-minute soon. Maybe some angels from Jack Boy going to fly onto his car, and we're going to see some Jack Boy moves.
Angels? I would call those devils, buddy, not angels.
The spirits of Jack Boy could come onto this car to block for the lead here.
They could. I mean, they closed right back up to Hammer. That's how you know the draft is such a key part. They had that mistake. 1 lap later, they're back on him, and he had about a 7/10 of a second lead.
Yeah, and Dukeship just hanging tight. Right now, he's trying to stay in line, and nobody really is moving around inside that top 5, top 6 bracket. They're wanting to stay with each other, wanting to stay in the draft, and they know, especially Dukeship and Dusty, the second that they go side by side, Hammer's pulling away, without a doubt.
Yeah, and I mean, throughout the entire top 11, they're single file. So, you know, they're really trying to keep this draft. Obviously, they know now is when you have to be patient until those final 10-ish laps, you know, after you make that final pit stop. Obviously, that's why we're not seeing much right now, but it'll happen. Trust, it'll happen.
Oh, it always does. And look, one thing just out of spite looked around the cars and looking at paint schemes was I love how the recent weeks Drake and Denny have raced very similar and like almost opposite paint schemes. They've been matching the last couple weeks pretty much, running the same style, same colors, just about. Just something very unique that I've seen over the course of these last couple weeks here, and not by anybody else really.
Oh, there goes Dushev making the move. Yeah, and Hammer for the lead. Hammer's going to pinch him. There's going to be contact. Oh, how did they not touch?
Hammer staying classy right now and trying to make it work. And he knows. Hammer knows his car is good on the outside.
Look at this, Alex. This is the discussion we had last night in my team group chat. Watch this. It looked like Dusty was going to be a little classy there at the beginning. Not at the end, though. He did back off on the entry of the corner to let him in. There just wasn't enough time.
No, and you see how Hammer fights for about a solid 2 laps there. And then it wears out and he can't fight anymore. So he's still trying to hold on the outside, but at this point he's just going to have to let him ride around.
Yeah, how aggressive will Dusty be? And look, Edge is right there too.
Yeah, Edge is getting himself back into the mix in the ball game.
Look at this, some drivers shifting to the top. Right as I say that, they all go back to the bottom. But I was going to say it would work for Hammer. It would work for all the drivers too, really, if they all moved up to that middle lane.
Yeah, if they move up, then it's going to kill the inside lane and there won't be any momentum. So they're going to be having pit stops happen within the next 3 to 4 laps here. We'll start seeing pit stops take place.
And that's probably why Dushev made that move for the lead. He wants to dictate when everybody pits, and he also wants to have that clean air so he doesn't have to worry about slamming into anybody.
But Well, that cleaner maybe not holding up long because they're fighting out back behind. Dusty's trying to look for a place to go. Edge trying to get by Blackhammer still.
Hammer's fighting tough on that outside. Like you said, being respectable, being clean, and he's making it work.
Yeah, 37 laps to go here in this race. And Duchef is leader and hammering to the outside wall.
And somehow they all saved it.
Drake gets into Garage God there, sliding up. They're still going to all save it here. Right here at the end of the cycle, the tires are being worn out. That's part of it.
Yeah, important thing to notice, Alex, this could push people's hands because that second group of about 5 cars have lost the front 4, and they might pit to try and get that undercut to catch back up a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like some cars could be coming in this time. I imagine it is going to be coming in this time.
Yeah, Dusty's off the gas. He's probably coming. Yeah, he is. They're all coming. Edgington's coming. Here comes the rest of the pack in pretty fast. Looks like everybody got in pretty good. Impressive.
Yeah, very well done. So far, so good in the job for the pit entry. We haven't seen a speed penalty yet, but don't count it out because come that last pit stop, Luke, it could be where it happens.
There was for sure somebody who had to sped there. There's no way somebody didn't.
I feel like somebody sped on that one. They all came in pretty hot. Dusty is good. We'll see if anybody is.
Well, Dusty was one. Yeah, Dusty was the one I was worried about. He looked like he came in the fastest out of anybody there. So if that's the case, maybe everybody did make it. Chef comes out with the lead after he came in with it. Did Edge speed?
Yeah. Edge caught speeding. Edge was with that group, so Edge is now out of that. So
everybody else was fine.
Yep. 18 laps. How much these drivers have on a full run?
Yeah, they're gonna have to pit again, I think.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Look at how separated. Yeah, look at how separated the top few are. It's literally just Dude Chef and Dusty. They've broken away from the rest of the pack, and these are the two who battled last night, and like we said, neither of them won.
And they also battled, I believe, on Tuesday night in the trucks as well, until Dusty got the late race speeding penalty that costed him.
Yeah, you're right.
So these two have been the class of Chicagoland.
And they're going to have to pit again, so Dude Chef not trying to make that truck series error that he made earlier this week, and Dusty's not going to be trying to make that error he made in the Cup Series last night.
No, Dusty does not want that to happen again. I remember Dusty and him talking in the group chat that they want to race it out. They want to be there, and they want to show it happen again later in the run and want to do it again tonight. So we'll see. Can they separate themselves? So far, they are doing just that.
And they would not have that gap if Edgington didn't speed. Edge was the third place driver, and he sped. And, you know, if he didn't speed, imagine him right there in between Dusty and the next closest car. They would all be together.
Yep, if they had that draft, then they could definitely utilize it. But now it's come down to a 2v2 push at this point. We're going to have to hope and pray, kind of like how we did last night. That group back behind myself, y'all were coming, and they were trying. We almost got to leaders, but we just ran short of laps.
Yeah, Alex, and somebody we haven't mentioned all night, running in third place, Clater. Must have had a great pit stop.
I think Luke, he is the Harvick. Where did he come from?
Yeah, he could be Mr. Where did he come from? And he's working with that really fast car of Hammer. They could track them down. I mean, they still have a lot of time and a whole nother pit stop.
Yeah, Luke, right now, those two, I believe, could fare very well against New Chef and Dusty. If Hammer stays with it and Clater goes to a class act as well, it kind of appears they might be closing in just a little bit. This
Well, not when that
this
happens.
is not going to help them at all.
Unless they do it quick, which they did.
think of the realization of Dusty and Dude Chef did not switch at all, so it's going to cost them a little bit of time, but this could help them out in the long run.
Oh yeah.
And you see that pack of two, looks like that is Meso, and who goes right behind him.
Garage God.
Those two, if they can catch up to them, that could become a four-car horse.
Question is, will they all work together? It's three Chevys, sorry, and one Toyota. Chevys will work together. I think Garage God will work with them too. They have to do something to catch them.
At this point, Garage God would probably work with them just to get up there. Try to make a show out of this. Try to make one last hurrah at the lead.
Yeah, the fact we haven't had a caution is impressive as well. We had at least one in the other two races this week, and I'm kind of hoping we do see one just to make it a little fun for everybody. I know they wouldn't like that, but it would be fun for us.
Yeah, it would be, but at the end of the day, this series has been great all season long, and it shows every single week these drivers go almost all races with no caution or maybe just one caution. Cup Series this week only had 2 caution. I believe the truck race had, I think, 2 or 3. So very few cautions throughout the entire week. One of our better weeks here in the league.
Mato got by Clater, and now there's 3 of them, and they're pulling away from Garage God. So they're going to try and get up there in a pack of 3. And don't look now, but there's that pack of 5 back there, or pack of 4. They're closing pretty quick too, led by one bat.
Yeah, Luke, there's still plenty of time. They're coming around for 25 laps to go and one whole other pit stop. I think, if anything, these drivers that are leading these packs are going to run out and run their equipment harder and faster than these other guys that are pushing. So I'm interested to see who does the jump and makes a jump. And does anybody have a gutsy call laid in their back pocket?
Meso, obviously, because he's trying to pass Hammer now. He passed Clater, and now that's going to slow them all up tremendously.
And Meso needs to figure out what they're going to do. I think they're probably talking about trying to get each other into a line and get going.
I think Meso pitted a lap later than these guys. That's why he's a little faster right now, and arguably should probably lead the pack. That's why he wants to get by them.
Yeah, rightfully so. I mean, this driver has been on a run on a little bit of a tear. You see Hammer hitting the apron, and Meso's like, come on, man, just get out of the way, let me lead. But Hammer obviously does not want him to lead.
It's crazy. All this racing between them, and they really haven't lost much time to the top 2. So they're going to have to figure it out because they obviously can catch him.
Yeah, if they start working together, but there's a little bit of there's something going on between Hammer and Meso because Hammer put the block on Meso and shut his door off on the exit turn 2 that last time by.
Yeah, they're gonna have to start working together. I don't really understand why you would race there. I know Meso knows that you have to work together. I know Clater knows. I'm questioning why Blackhammer either he's being so aggressive to keep that lead and why he's blocking a little bit. Obviously, being a little greedy. There is a lot at stake. Just you got to know and you got to be in the right spot.
At this point, maybe being not the lead car might actually save you a couple laps of fuel or a couple laps of tires. I mean, you can factor in all the factors that come into this. And Meso's faster right now. Let him go by. You see him go underneath him right now. Trying to make the switch pretty quickly. Maybe Hammer can fill in behind this zero car, and they can truck along. Hammer can save a little bit of tire wear.
Yeah, Clater's leaving the gap for Hammer to get in back behind Meso, but he's just not doing it.
Hammer is not wanting to fight off of Meso, and Clater's not going to leave it open that much longer.
Yeah, he gave him 2 whole laps. There you go. He finally fell into the hole. Now they're going to have to try and set sail.
Yeah, they're playing cat and mouse back here, and meanwhile the 2 up front are just pulling away ever so slightly every single lap. We are down to now only 20 laps to go. 20 laps until the end of what could be an era. 20 laps until the end of the 2024 physical year for UTLR. A lot on stake right now.
Yeah, Alex, 2024 was a great year for our league. Obviously, the biggest expansion we've seen. New admins, bunch of new drivers, bunch of just, great things happen this year. And hopefully this game stays around so we can make even more happen until we wait till the next game.
Yeah, obviously we are all hoping for the best. We've been savoring the moments this week, but obviously we hope for the best so that way we can continue racing, because there is a lot more exciting things to happen that we planned for Season 7 beyond 2024 into the 2025 half of this year.
Yeah, and even after this season, to set this game off before we get the new game, we had an idea, which is not yet public, but we have things in place for this game if it were to stay. So we all hope it does, because we have unfinished business. I don't like when things feel unfinished. So
Most definitely. You see, right now, Luke, those three drivers in third, fourth, and fifth are kind of broken apart. Hammer hit the inside lane, and here comes Leaders into pit road this time. And everybody goes in, and Clater stays out. To no surprise.
yeah, they did not really close in much on Dusty or Duchef. Those two got into the pits. Yeah, he did. He did not get the commitment line.
So a huge loss to this whole thing. So you have Duchef and Dusty came in, and the top three that closed in, one of them stayed out, and the other one missed the commitment line.
Oh, and Clater's out of fuel. Clater is slow in 3 and 4. He's done too.
And so is Hammer.
My gosh, so that just added a whole new wrench into it, and it looks like Duchef...
Luke, the question is, can Hammer get back?
They possibly will throw a caution for that. We've done it before.
There is a possibility. Hammer is slow.
And I don't think he missed pit road, Alex, on his own. I saw Meso go in there really fast. They were side by side. That, could be something that came out of them battling for the lead in that pack.
Yeah, Hammer could have words to say after the race is over off of that. It's going to be very questionable, but I have a feeling he's going to have something to say about it when this race is over with.
He's going to make it to the pits. They're not going to throw a caution here. He has enough pace picked up. So it looks like right now it's going to be between Duchef and Dusty again for the third time this week.
Such a loss by Hammer, too. Solid driver, all not wrong, had pace. And Clater tried stretching it one more lap, and one more wasn't enough.
Yeah, we have to just keep our eyes out, Alex. They should be able to make it now on fuel. The question is, will a caution come out? Will we end this season on some complete and total chaos? You saw in the truck race, the caution came out with 5 laps to go, right on the mark after we went green the entire final stage. Could happen again tonight.
As much as I like to say it won't, there's a good chance because we see some guys now stacked up against each other in little packs. So it very well could happen. Looks like for the most part, the fight is spread out though. But once the draft starts kicking in, people start getting into the draft with each other, you never know. Something could happen. Somebody bounces off the wall, clicks the other one. It's just as easy as that.
And you have, I think that's Drake, Loadbroke, and One Bad all in a pack right there.
Yeah, we all know those are unfortunate people that can usually, if anybody's going to mess up, it could be one of those three. We've seen it kind of time and time again. These drivers usually somehow collect each other. Drake, for the most part, stays nose clean, but just like that, you see Outlaw and One Bad go after each other. Outlaw slipped up. Drake got to go to the outside wall there. You see, I believe Toby out ahead of him hit the outside wall. He has multiple laps down.
And Alex, if that was the final pit stop of the of our tenure on this game, I think it perfectly describes Black Hammer's time here at UTLR. Um, he's just no luck. Everything that could go wrong for him has gone wrong. He's obviously fast enough to win. I think he won in a Project 27 race, and that's why he got his full-time start here. And he's won a couple of times since then, and now, he's just struggling. No fault of his own, though.
Now, Luke, it hasn't been. It's just been, you said, bad luck. And a driver like Hammer definitely deserves more wins than what he has stored away. This guy has had wins wrapped up, and bad luck has followed to his side, and the lady luck has ran out multiple different times. Coming around now with 10 laps to go this time.
Oh, and the lap car, oh my goodness.
God, that was scary.
That's a 44 of Wormy.
Duchef went high to get the draft and kind of get a little bit of pull, and then almost got into him, and then Dusty, he was trying to come down, and Dusty went underneath him to get a spot away and almost got into him.
And the interesting thing about that, it kind of pulled Dusty out of, close range to Duchef. He's going to have to work and push his stuff to get back to it.
Yeah, 9 laps to go here. That is it. I don't know who's third right now.
I think it's Meso and then Garage God. And look at these two, Alex. The draft is such a big deal. Duchef and Dusty are running different lanes in the corner. Duchef is running a lane in between the middle and the bottom, and Dusty's hugging the white line on the bottom.
Yeah, very different lines here. Again, multi-groove track. You can definitely run and wrap this track around. If you have a car that can gain speed in the middle of the corner by wrapping, that second lane, then it's going to work for you. And by running that bottom lane, you take the risk of hitting the white line if you don't wrap it perfectly. So definitely something that could benefit you later on in this run. You come down the last 2 laps, just trying to find rhythm and find some kind of racing spectrum at this point.
Yeah, I think that was 8 to go right there. You see they are still running different lanes, so who knows how this is going to play out. They have a pretty clear track ahead of them. There is a lap car, but I think he's a little too far ahead.
And they're searching every which way. Dusty trying to find momentum, trying to search around. They're coming around to 6 laps to go after this time.
That was a good gain right there by Dusty in the middle of the corner. Duchef ran a little too high, and then Dusty got the momentum in the middle of the corner and carried it off. Duchef's going to do the same thing, run a little higher.
Yeah, Dusty has gotten back within the draft range, so he is there. It's just a matter of can he get to the back bumper and get it done.
Yeah, Alex, last time
too, but they're mortal enemies right now on this track.
Yeah, last year at this track, I think Dusty was involved in the race for the win with Deport NSP and did not win the race. So we'll see how it plays out for him this time. 5 to go. Cautions are off.
Yep, such a green race all around. Such a great way to end a possible era. A great contender run on Heat 5 potentially, and it's going to come down to one of these 2 drivers.
Yeah, and I'm going to say it's one of the best versus an underdog, and that's always been the story of UTLR. It's been build your own story, become your own legend, Alex. That's the motto.
Yep, legends are made right here in this league, and Dusty and Duchef being a rookie this year, like I said, he was on controller on his first few races. He got that wheel, and he's been on a tear ever since. Dusty.
There goes Dusty.
They made contact.
Late block.
There we go. They're racing.
Yeah, he sent him up. It was a late block by Duchef. Dusty didn't appreciate it. He did not lift, and now Dusty and Duchef side by side with 3 to go.
Dusty on the bottom, Duchef fighting on the outside. There is no draft help when they go side by side. It is just 1v1, do or die.
Coming to 2 to go to possibly end an era all the way down on the apron. Block it.
Oh my God.
That was as low as you could go, and they have the elbows out. We knew this was coming. We knew it was going to happen. Dusty hit the apron. Here comes Duchef. A lot of contact. 2 to go.
Dusty back into second. Dude Shift back into the lead. What will Dusty do in return?
Here he comes. He's sending it in there. He bumped him. It didn't really work that well. Down the backstretch for the penultimate time, Alex.
What a season. What a year it's been. 2024, either way, no matter what, 2024 ends with this race right here. Dusty gives a bump to Dude Chef. Dude Chef holding strong. Coming to the white flag out of turn 4 for the last time, Luke.
Yeah, the last time the white flag flies and Dusty's chasing down Dude Chef into turn 1. We've seen the really aggressive racing in late blocks. Who's going to make the move to try and win this race? Is it going to be Dude Chef with the block or Dusty with the move?
Dude Chef goes way down low. They're going to use all the racetrack they can. Dusty goes high.
Dusty's going high. He's going to send it in right here. He does. He bumps him. He goes up the track. Dusty on the inside. Going to get the move off. And Dusty is going to be likely the last winner in the history of UTLR on Heat 5.
We knew it was coming, Luke. We saw it happen, and it did. The last lap pass, last lap bump, and Dusty was not going to let Dude Chef win this one.
What a great race between the two. Obviously aggressive, not dirty. I would not call that dirty. That was aggressive. These two have raced the past 3 races here against each other. Dusty was not going to lose this one.
No, Luke, it was a phenomenal way to end the race, end the Tenor season. Meso comes home in P3, Luke, and Drake coming home with P4. Such a great run by Drake, and your pick one bad P5 tonight. Rounding out the top 10 is Outlaw in 6th. Great run by him. Plater in 7th, Garage God in 8th, Flash in 9th, and R. Denny with a top 10 in the...
Oh yeah, and that's just how it works, Alex. It was, the building of himself, the legend of Dusty trying to build his own legend, and the rookie underdog of Dude Chef, who's really stepped up recently, going head to head, and of course, the veteran comes out on top.
Dusty was not going to be turned down for that second place medallion trophy tonight, and we are going to get to speak with him, Dude Chef, of how they fought it out, what they thought, and we get to hear from Meso, who is in the realm of 3rd place. We'll be right back for post-race interviews. Stay right here. Welcome back, guys, to a amazing post-race interviews that we have set up for tonight. It's been a wild, wild race. Green flag from start to finish. What a way to end 2024 here. And I am on the start and finish line with our race winner, Dusty Stud. My man was not going to let Dude Chef win this race. Dusty, how did you manage to get that done? We saw you go on the outside, and we knew what was going to come after that, but those last closing laps had to been nerve-wracking.
Oh yeah, for sure. It was definitely tough. I think the toughest race I've ever raced somebody 1v1 for the win. Not even just the win, just racing straight up. I mean, we were both, you cannot make a single mistake or you're gonna lose it. Like I thought I lost him coming into those closing laps. I was finally able to reel him in. Uh, finished. I mean, I've been denied one too many damn times, and I just couldn't let this one get away from me. So I saw he was going to protect bottom, and I figured the only way I was going to get a good run on him on the quarter was go high and arc it right to the bottom, and gave him the little bumper. It's not really me. Uh, I mean, I just let the wheel, Jesus take the wheel. I mean, like I said, I couldn't take a second place again. I bust ass every race just to come up short. And it really feels good to get this one.
Yeah, I mean, y'all went, like you said, 1v1 all the way to the closing laps, and to the point of y'all took up the entire racetrack down to the apron, almost to the grass, going in turn 3 just to get the lead. What was that like?
Honestly, I wasn't even expecting it, but I mean, I always knew it was you could do it in the back of my head, but I wasn't expecting it, so I was luckily able to uh, block it while I saw it happening. But yeah, it's still still kind of lost for words because that was a crazy finish.
Oh, no doubt. It was a extraordinary call by myself and Luke to be able to watch that take place. Once Edge got a penalty on that last set of stops, that kind of broke away the opportunity for you and Dude Chef to pull away because y'all actually had a little bit of a sizable gap. But if Edge had not gotten that penalty, we could have saw that second and that second little pack catch up with a third car in between y'all two. But it didn't work out, and y'all were able to pull away, and it became a 1v1 match and do or die death match to the end of this race. Uh, Way to go tonight, and obviously on the sentimental side, we talked about it in prayers, we've been talking about it all week, but this could be not just the last race of the Xfinity Series, but now with tonight being the last league race on UTLR, this is the last not just Xfinity Series win and race, but could be the last race ever on Heat 5 in UTLR. Now we're at that point. What is the feelings behind knowing you got a crown jewel race like Chicagoland when it comes to this league? This is a crown jewel race for us. Winning at Chicagoland,
For sure.
and then being the last possibly race ever in this league on Heat 5.
Oh, yeah, I was definitely excited for this win, knowing that it's a crown jewel and how many great drivers through the league have won here. Glad to add my name to the list, and like I said at Kansas, it'll feel real good to get those bragging rights if the servers really do go down.
Well, man, it's been my pleasure, my honor, having you on track every single week, week in, week out. And we go into the Christmas holidays, we go into the New Year. This is the last time we get to race as a group. If we do get servers come back and they stay up, no matter what, though, this is the last time we get to hit the track together and see each other in 2024. What kind of year has it been for you? And if the servers stay up, what kind of a year do we expect from you in the 2025 half of this season?
Oh yeah, it's been really glad I found this league. Like I've said shit ton of times before, but yeah, I've been in the organized leagues, but not one that interacts with each other every day. Everybody keeps in touch. Everybody races each other with more respect because you talk to them every day. And next year, if the servers do come up, hopefully I just get to keep doing interviews with y'all in first place or second or third. It doesn't matter
Hell yeah, Dusty.
to
Well,
me.
we appreciate having you. Before we let you go, any final shout outs tonight?
Shout out to Dude Chef. I know that move is gonna look real shitty because of me costing him last night, and if I was in his position, I would be one pissed off motherfucker too. But I mean, vice versa. I think if he was in my position, coming out of that last lap, it was do or die. So yeah, so, he's been real fun to race the past couple weeks. And shout out to y'all. Shout out to the whole league. Fuck it. Shout out to everybody.
I appreciate you, Dusty, for taking the time to do this interview. Appreciate what you do on track every single week, week in, week out. We can't wait to see what the future holds for you. No matter what, we know a new game's on the horizon, so this ain't goodbye. It's just maybe bye for now, but we're going to definitely have some fun. If the servers do stay down, we're going to be having some fun here before the new game. So, congrats on the first place tonight. Congrats on the win here at the Crown Jewel of Chicagoland.
Sir, glad to put on a show. Appreciate it.
All right, Luke. We've had our talks of first place. We got to talk with the winner on the best half of this. I'm going to send it down to you on pit row, where the first runner-up tonight, after a wild show between these two, is standing right with you.
Yeah, I'm down here on pit road interviewing the silver place, second place dude chef, who honestly had a fantastic race tonight, man. You've really picked it up recently on every scale in all three series and F1 as well, and you just have been on your game. I unfortunately have to reiterate a lot of Alex's statements. He covered everything. Um, both of you guys being really aggressive up there, late blocks, lots of bumping, a lot of aggressive moves, but you guys had the luxury to do that. You had such a big lead. What are your thoughts, with this possibly being the last race in 2024 and how it ended and if there was anything different you could have done?
Oh, well, with it potentially being the last race, coming in second place stings just a little bit more, but um, no, nothing I can really do about that. I understand where Dusty's coming from. It sucks that it happened to me, but it is what it is. Um, I don't really know, man. I ran a hell of a race. We had a really good car tonight, and I don't really think there was much else that I could have done differently. I kind of knew in the back of my mind that he was gonna he was gonna give it to me in turn three there, so knew it was coming, hoping it wasn't gonna come, but ultimately it did, and that's just racing, man. I've had a lot of fun racing Dusty over the last couple of weeks, so you can't really fault him for it, especially if he hasn't picked up a win yet.
Yeah, man. And as we, move on throughout the week, and honestly, I do want to ask you a couple more questions about previous weeks or previous races as well. It was pretty much in all three races this week at Chicagoland, you and Dusty, both of you in both races were the two to beat. You guys fought and battled in the truck race until that speeding penalty, and then last night until that contact, and then tonight it was both of you guys. Neither of you could have lost it tonight. So. Like you said, you reached out and you guys liked racing with each other. Good to hear from both you guys. Good sportsmanship. That's what you like to hear. But yeah. Do I have to reiterate what Alex said again? Do you want to give any shout outs to anybody? As we might be at the end here.
Yeah, obviously, shout out to Dusty and everything for the last couple weeks of racing. It's been a lot of fun. Shout out to you guys and everybody in UTLR. It's been a lot of fun. I've been out of league racing for I don't know, probably 3 years or so, and this is like the first time that I've actually wanted to come out and race every week. You guys put on big fields every week, big racing, good racing, broadcasting. I mean, you guys give us the whole kit and caboodle, so thank you for that. And, big shout out to all the boys over at DSM and INF for picking me up at the beginning of the season after my absolutely abysmal start to the season. He took a chance on me, and I'm really happy that he did. So, big shout out to everybody, and we hope to see you in 2025.
Hey man, congratulations on the second place finish. Congratulations also on such a great run to end out the league year, and I hope that we get to see you guys, you two, Dusty, in the next part of the year. I hope we get to stay on this game.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
All right, and then I have to run all the way down pit road. I know I don't sound like I'm out of breath, but I'm down here with Meso. Meso, how are you doing, buddy? You had a pretty good race.
I'm great. I'm excited.
Yeah, you had a pretty
Finally.
good race.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say you had a pretty good race. We saw it kind of looked like a little power struggle between you and Hammer, deciding who was gonna lead the lane in the second pack, trying to chase down Duchef and Dusty. And then you came into the pits. Obviously, Hammer missed pit road. Do you think maybe if you guys figured that out sooner, you guys could have possibly pulled back up to them?
Absolutely not. They were way too fast. Them two were on fire. Truck race and Xfinity race. Once they separate, ain't no catching them.
Yeah, and do you think there was anywhere else during the race you could have improved? I know we saw you up there most of the race. It just seemed like you got stuck behind some people who were not as fast as you, and you probably could have kept up with the leaders. It was just, bad circumstance.
Yeah, on that second, the final pit stop, everyone pitted on the same laps but me and like two other people. If I pitted with them, probably would have had a shot keeping up with them and staying up there. Just not did not work out how I thought it was going to be. But a third's a third.
Yeah, and you've actually been really impressive for the second half of the season so far to end out 2024. You've been running really well. INF must be really happy with it. And, you should just be really proud of yourself. I'm just saying congratulations because I don't really have much other questions. I'm going to ask you the same thing. Do you have anybody else you want to shout out?
Obviously, INF for giving me the opportunity in trucks and Xfinity to prove what I've got. I know I've got speed. I just got to prove it to everybody.
Exactly. That's what this league is about. You build your own legacy. So, yeah, congratulations again on another podium finish. I'm going to give it to Alex before everybody leaves here in case he has any
One more
questions for
thing.
second or third. Go ahead, Mesa.
I was going to say if I'm pretty confident the server's staying up, and if we race the next race, it will be on my birthday. So hopefully I can use this momentum to give me a good finish on my birthday.
Well, that would be awesome. Winning on your birthday. I don't think anybody's ever actually. That is a lie. I think SP's won on his birthday. I think he's the only one. And HD. Yep, there you go. So you would join a pretty list of pretty goofy drivers. That would be pretty funny to join that list. But I hope that you have the opportunity to do that.
Thank you.
Yep, Alex. If you want, you can ask the second and third place any questions. If not, we can get up out of here for maybe the final time.
Yeah, no, it's been a great show tonight. It's been a great show all week long, Luke. We've seen it from the trucks, we've seen it in the Cup and in the Xfinity all around. Great racing this week. And we told the drivers before this week started that take this week to reflect on what could be the final time. We're hoping that it's not. Some don't think it will be, some do, but at the end of the day, it's still a 50-50 shot, and we definitely have made great racing product out of it. And for the best, I think this is the best way to go out if it is the final time. But I'm hoping we get to finish the season because, like you mentioned a couple times during the broadcast, there's unfinished business in this league, straight up without a doubt. So we're excited for the future, no matter what. I know, obviously, each day gets closer and closer to our very exciting season 8 that will feature us in the brand new iRacing console game. And I know every single person is super excited, super ready to get off this game when that is available to us. So um, I don't got nothing for second and third place. Meso, Dude Chef, y'all did one hell of a job tonight. Way to go. Way to stick it out all the way through and put on a great racing product as well as all the other drivers. If you're listening in, all the other drivers did phenomenally well tonight. Great show from every single person. Uh, Came down to a 1v1 match. Chef versus Dusty, like it has been all week, and obviously Dusty coming out on top after a banger last few laps out of those two drivers. So phenomenally good job done to them. But Luke, this is it. It's been a pleasure having you up in the booth these last few weeks since you joined up in the booth. I've very much enjoyed having you on Thursday nights now, and I hope that we get to continue this into 2025. But we go into the Christmas break. No more racing for the next 2 weeks as we're on the Christmas holidays, letting the drivers go and spend time with their families and loved ones. And we all get to ring in the new year with those families and loved ones as well as ring in 2025, which will be a great, great year no matter what. So, um, yeah, it's been my honor having you up in the booth and obviously having you as my right hand man in this league. It's been such a thrill.
Yeah, Alex, I don't have much to say. I obviously that sounds a little cliche, but I don't have much to say. I don't like speaking out loud about stuff like that because it just gets me in my feels. So I don't have much to say. I'll type it out later. But yeah, it's been it's been fun. Obviously, I think we've done a lot in this league, and we have a lot more waiting for us. And I hope this isn't it. Obviously, for the Heat 5 side of things, I have a little feeling that it's not. So I think we'll move on. I think we'll have another week after Christmas and after New Year's, and I think we still have a lot left.
No, most definitely, my man. Well, It's been my honor, my pleasure, guys. Y'all take it easy, have fun, enjoy the Christmas holidays, enjoy the New Year's, and we want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from UTLR, and we will see y'all uh, alive and well when 2025 comes around. Till then, be blessed. We'll see y'all.